Okay, Linda, where should we start today?
Today I want to talk about me going back to school and how it's affecting my family.
Okay.
Well, we've talked. I've decided to go back to school, and I expected everyone to be excited. My mom, my husband, and my child.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I'm just not really getting the support I was expecting. I'm not feeling the support I was expecting, I guess I should say. Well, my mom has outright said that I shouldn't go back. She's actually kind of angry with me. She'd always taught me when I was younger that when I get married, and of course once I start having children, it was never about me anymore. It was only about my husband and my child. And so my child, I really feel like they don't really care here or there. He doesn't care at all. He's in high school, so he's in his own little world. And my husband, I mean, he doesn't talk about it, I guess. I guess that's why I feel like he's not interested or he's not excited, because he doesn't talk about it. I mean, he knows I go to school. He knows where I'm gone. I'm gone Tuesdays and Thursdays, but he just doesn't really, he's not engaged, doesn't ask questions about how school was or what am I doing or what am I learning. It's just kind of like, oh, hey, the end.
So you feel conflicted about going to school? Do you feel you don't have their support, or are you actually thinking of not going to school, stopping going to school?
That's a good question. I love school. I feel like it's something that's good for me, something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to continue my education, but I just, I don't feel like I have that support, and it's starting to affect my grades because I feel guilty. I'm starting to feel guilty about being at school because I don't have that excitement from my family, and it's,
Tell me more, why do you feel guilty?
I feel guilty because I feel like personally I'm taking resources away from the family. So, I'm not, my attention, it's not only just a resource, I'm taking financial resources, but I'm also taking my time and my attention away from my husband and my child. I'm putting it back on me, and that makes me feel guilty. Because I think, we're fine financially, that we can afford it, and it's just that, again, I feel like, well, maybe I could be taking this money and putting it towards our son's school, or maybe this, but he's fine, we can afford everything, but it's just, I don't know.
So tell me if I get it. Do you feel conflicted because you don't feel that they approve of you going to school?
Yes, I do. I do. That is very accurate. Like I said, my mom has outright said she doesn't approve. My husband, he seems indifferent, and that makes me feel like he doesn't approve. And my child, like I said, he's indifferent also. And again, as much as I would love his support also, I just know that he's a teenager and he's caught in his own world anyways. So he kind of gets a pass on that. But I don't know. I just wish my husband would talk to me more about school and seem interested and seem excited. But then part of me, I don't know, this is probably just a random thought and just completely unfounded, but I just feel like he might feel guilty about me going back to school now.
Tell me more about that.
Well, when we first met, we were in high school, and we were going to college, and the plan was he was going to go ahead and go first and pay the wages and provide the support for our family, and then I was going to go to school after because we couldn't afford to have both of us in school at the same time.
Okay.
So, well, he was in school, and then life started happening, and things just started speeding forward, and here we are 25 years later, and he went to college, he's graduated, he's gotten his master's, and I still have my high school education, and I want to get a bachelor's. And so I feel he might feel a little guilty because, our deal was that we both, he'd go first and I would go, but then now it's like his part of the deal's done, and I'm just now trying to get my part of the deal, hold up my end of the bargain, and I don't know, maybe his, just not really being interested is his way of protecting his emotions, because he realizes that, in a sense, our plan failed, and that I'm the one who's left without the education, and, but thankfully, thank God that things worked out, and we're able to still provide for our family and have a good life, but technically, I didn't get what I bargained for, so.
I see. Have you actually talked to your husband about it?
No, I haven't. I don't really know how to talk to him about it.
Okay.
Like I said, he doesn't really seem interested, so I don't even know what emotions he's feeling. I can't say, are you mad, or are you sad, or are you anxious, because I don't know what he's feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he could just be indifferent. He could be supportive and just he doesn't know how to show it. I mean, he could feel guilty, but I personally can't, as long as we've been married, I can't figure out what he's feeling, and that's very weird for me. But I don't know.
So what do you think is the solution to this?
Well, I know my mom, we're just going to leave her out right now, because as much as I love my mom, she takes a lot of energy to deal with.
Tell me about that.
She is a very opinionated woman, and I love her. Like I said, I love her dearly, but she has a certain idea of what it means to be a wife and a mother, and I've upheld my end of the bargain, or I've upheld her ideal so far, but now this is just throwing a wrench, and she's just having none of it. But I don't think I'm ready to deal with her right now. I feel like the most important person is my husband. I would love to know if I have his support or if I don't have his support. And then I feel like I could be able to handle her. But first I want to deal with him.
I understand.
So that's a goal I think I would like to, if it's okay with you, if we bring him in next session and we go from there, because I would like to, like I said, I'd like to talk to him, and maybe I would love to have your support, because you've been a big support for me, and I'd love to have you there to help me and help us talk together to each other, but then you help me have that confidence to talk to him.
I think that's a worthy goal. We can do that.
Awesome. I really appreciate everything, and I know I'm gonna get it together. I promise.
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
Just making this decision to go towards having your education and fulfilling what your goals were.
Mm-hmm.
That's a worthy thing. So it takes a lot to manage working, family, and juggling schoolwork as well. And so far you've done well. So I want to let you know how good you are too.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. All right. Next week.
Okay.